In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NFL games happening on August 20th, 2022. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets. As we provide these videos on a daily basis, I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NFL games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Detroit Lions versus Indianapolis Colts. The Detroit Lions collide with the Indianapolis Colts in a Week 2 preseason battle on Saturday. The Lions went 0-3 in last year's preseason and lost to the Falcons in their opener last week. The Colts recorded a 3-0 preseason mark in 2021 and fell to the Bills in this year's opener. Indy posted a 27-17 win against Detroit in last season's preseason bout. The under is 4-0 in Lions' last 4 Saturday games and is 5-1 in Colts' last 6 Saturday games, as well as 4-1 in Colts' last 5 games on field turf. The Lions are 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 games on field turf and are 7-2 against the spread in their last 9 games overall. The Lions are also 5-2 against the spread in their last 7 road games. The Lions should get the win here, as the road team is 5-0 against the spread in their last 5 meetings. The Detroit Lions were competitive last week, losing on a late TD pass against the Falcons. The Lions attempted nearly 50 passes last week and were able to collect a stellar 292 passing yards. While the Lions quarterbacks in Tim Boyle and David Bluff aren't big names, they accrued 252 passing yards last week. The Colts squandered over 300 passing yards to Matt Barkley and Case Keenum in their first preseason action. Furthermore, the Colts have 4 different quarterbacks on the roster. While you won't see Matt Ryan, there could be extended playing time for an inexperienced rookie Jack Cohn, who went undrafted. He only converted on 1 of 5 pass attempts last week. Detroit had their offense working reasonably well in the preseason opener, but there are certainly a few issues to address. With 393 total yards, 5.1 yards per play, 26 first downs, and a solid 10 of 17 on 3rd and 4th down tries, the Lions were moving the ball with regularity. Detroit kept their penalties in check but did have a couple of turnovers. The Colts have stated most starters won't see any action in this one, giving more reasons to go with the Lions. The rush defense needs to get some better numbers, but overall I think the Lions are in a decent spot to cover here. So the Detroit Lions to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Bluff doesn't have the upside of some young backup quarterbacks around the NFL, but does at least have a good amount of experience and look comfortable leading the offense against Atlanta's backups. Goff was also hot out of the gate in his one drive, so both first-string offenses can do enough damage in the opening minutes to put a lot of work towards this number. Indianapolis didn't get off to a good start defensively, allowing 369 yards to a Bills offense that rested just about everyone of note. The Lions offense was dangerous against the Falcons in the opener, collecting 393 total yards. Detroit's WR receiving depth is greatly improved, and as mentioned, the Colts' pass defense was exploited last week. In addition, the Colts score points in preseason play under Frank Reich. They have scored at least 21 points in 3 out of their last 4 preseason games. Colts number 3 quarterback Sam Ehlinger connected on 90% of his pass attempts last week. The over has cashed in each of the Lions' previous 3 games. This matchup went over the total last year and looks to be headed that way again based on what we saw in Week 1. I expect a barrage of points over the projected total is our full game total pick. Denver Broncos versus Buffalo Bills. An AFC tilt between the Denver Broncos and Buffalo Bills takes center stage at Highmark Stadium for Week 2 preseason action on Saturday. The Bills are expected to unleash their starting lineup in this game, while the jury is still out on Denver's approach. Both teams won their preseason openers, with the Broncos knocking off the Dallas Cowboys and the Bills eking out a victory over the Indianapolis Colts. Both the Denver Broncos and Buffalo Bills will be looking to improve to 2-0 in the preseason when they meet at Highmark Stadium in Buffalo on Saturday. The Broncos are coming off a 17-7 home win over the Cowboys in their opener, while the Bills hosted the Colts and prevailed 27-24. As of Wednesday night, neither head coach had committed to playing his starters for any length of time in this upcoming contest. Josh Allen made 1 appearance for Buffalo in the 2021 preseason, so he will probably do the same in 2022. And the penultimate game of the preseason is the time to do it. If Baltimore is the best preseason team in the league, Buffalo is second. The Bills have won their last 9 preseason games, a run that includes a 4-0 mark in 2019 and a 3-0 effort in 2021. McDermott clearly doesn't mess around in the preseason, and he will want to set another winning tone for a team that is currently a plus 600 favorite at DraftKings to win the Super Bowl. I am not about to go give 5 points in a preseason game, but Buffalo should take care of business at home. I get the case to be made for Denver here after the defense looked really good in their debut. But the Broncos really only had one good quarter in the win. The rest of it was headlined by the defense. The Bills had to rally late, but they came on strong against what I thought was a pretty deep Colts crew, and I think that being at home, the Bills show up to play and get the job done. So the Buffalo Bills to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Overs are 14-3 this preseason. However, one of those 3 games that went under happened to be no one else but the Broncos. The overs hitting at a ridiculous rate thus far have driven the totals up. Last week Broncos-Cowboys total was set at 30.5, and now we get a line that's 11 points higher with a lot of the same players playing. With this, I'd expect the unders to work their way back closer to .500 after this week. We tend to see the books get even once a streak becomes publicized. Both these teams have very good deep defenses. We saw this Broncos defense make respected backup quarterback Cooper Rush look silly last week. The Bills' first-round pick Kyra Lamb has been making a name for himself all camp, and I expect him to feast against the weak quarterback wide receiver competition that the Broncos intend to roll out. Neither of these offenses is very impressive without their star power, aside from the Bills' running backs, who realistically will only play a quarter or 2. Josh Allen and the starting offense for the Bills being back on the field will assure at least some fireworks in Saturday's AFC matchup, but it won't be enough to cover the over in the end. Both the Broncos and Bills had the top 2 scoring defenses in the league last season. Teams only averaged 18 points per game against the Bills, while the Broncos held opponents to 19 points. Allen and the starters are expected to play significant minutes, but McDermott likely won't chance them playing an entire game. I cannot see the likes of Case Keenum, Matt Barkley, Josh Johnson, and Brett Rypien leading a game to go over a total like this one. Give me a tight defensive battle in Buffalo this Saturday, helping the books slow the over craze down. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Washington Commanders versus Kansas City Chiefs. The Washington Commanders will travel to Kansas City on Saturday to take on the Chiefs in NFL preseason action week number 2. The Commanders have a brand new name and a brand new quarterback this season as former Eagle and Colt Carson Wentz takes over the reins for Ron Rivera's squad. The Chiefs come in as one of the elite teams in the NFL, but the 2019 Super Bowl champs are transitioning a bit themselves as they will be without All-Pro wideout Tyreek Hill this season, traded to the Dolphins in the offseason. The Commanders are 3-1 against the spread in their last 5 road games and 6-2 against the spread in their last 9 games overall. The Chiefs are 6-1 against the spread in their last 7 home games and 8-3 against the spread in their last 11 games overall. The under is 9-3 in Commanders' last 12 games overall. The over is 7-1 in Chiefs' last 8 games overall. The Commanders are 0-6 against the spread in their last 6 meetings. The Washington Commanders couldn't finish drives in their preseason opener. As you can argue, they outplayed the Panthers and were still on the losing end. The Kansas City Chiefs got solid play out of their key players, and they're likely to get a few extra reps with this being the second to last preseason game. The Chiefs are expected to play their starters most of the first half. Washington's starting offensive line is a complete mess due to injuries. They won't be able to do much against Kansas City's defensive starters minus DT Chris Jones. Mahomes is looking to find some rhythm with his young receivers, but expect Ronald Jones and some of other backs to run hard to attempt to make the team and a push for playing time. Backup Chad Henne threw just 3 passes last week. Expect him to play more this week. There's no reason to think the Chiefs can't get a quick lead and do just enough to hold on in this one. So the Kansas City Chiefs to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Even in small doses, Mahomes can put up points rather quickly. He played just 1 series and marched his team right down the field for a score in the opener. It would not surprise me to see him put up 2 scores in 2 series worth of work on Saturday night. On the other side of the ball, Wentz and the Commanders' primary focus will be to develop a comfort level between himself and his receivers. With that in mind, I expect the Commanders to put the ball in the air quite a bit on Saturday night as well. The Commanders went over this number in their opener against Carolina, while the Chiefs were short of this number but also featured a heavy dose of second-year QB Buchel. I expect to see another series of Mahomes in this matchup and at least 3 series from the Chiefs' primary backup Henne. With that in mind, I fully expect the Chiefs to put up 3 to 4 scores in this one. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.